Hey, did you know you can speed up YouTube videos? Yeah, you literally hit the 3 dots and this, it's in one of these corners. It's a 3 dots or it's a gear icon. You hit that joint, you hit playback speed, and you double time me. Anyways, obese participants in a randomized trial restricted their calorie intake down to 800 or 1500 calories a day. That is very little. In 3 months, participants lost 16% of weight, and in 2 years gained 62% of that weight back. So if I entered that experiment at 300 pounds, then I would have got down to 252 pounds, only to shoot back up to 281 pounds in 2 years. So the evidence shows that when we restrict food to lose weight, we lose weight for a short period of time. We almost always gain it back. First off, why does this happen? Second off, should you lose hope if you're trying to lose weight? No, losing hope is unproductive. And you're in good hands. Sit back, relax. Let's learn some stuff. Okay, first off, why do we gain weight back? Let's spin it like this. We used to eat 3,000 calories a day, but we decided to cut it down to 2,000 calories a day so that we could lose some weight. How does the body respond? The short answer, everything slows down.
Oh, slow down, Pee-wee. Oh, he did.
Jason Fung, the physician we highlighted in episode 5, explained this process quite well in one of his books, The Obesity Code. You see, our body needs energy to survive. It uses energy to heat the body, pump blood, operate the brain, move the body, so on and so on. When we take in less energy, aka less calories, all of those processes slow down. Why? Because the body is smart and it does not want to die. Let's spin it like this, another analogy from the same book. We run a coal plant that normally receives and burns 3,000 tons of coal a day to keep the city powered up. We also keep extra coal in the shed just in case. One day we receive 2,000 tons of coal instead of 3,000. Should we continue to burn 3,000 tons of coal? Of course not, because if we did, we would run out of coal and the city would shut down and we'll start. I be trying not to cuss in my videos, but if you meet me in person, I'ma cuss. Our body isn't much different than that coal plant. In fact, the process is almost identical. The body has to slow down because if we continue to burn 3,000 calories after reducing intake to 2,000 calories, then our fat stores will deflate, our body will degrade, and then we'll die. When we give ourselves less food to eat, the body shuts down. In order to preserve itself, it implements across the board reductions in energy output. Wait a minute, wait. We got another way to spin this. I told y'all, we chipping away at this calorie construct. They say in order to lose 1 pound of fat per week, you have to cut 3,500 calories a week. Does this mean in 200 weeks, we would lose 200 pounds and our weight would be 0? Like this video if you think the answer is no. Of course not. At some point, the body has to slow down to compensate for us eating less. We end up tossing that diet to the wayside because it isn't doing us any good. And we go back to our regularly scheduled 3,000 calories. But remember, the metabolism has slowed down to only 2,000. So now all that extra energy is just gonna be sopped up as fat, and boom, the yo-yo cycle of death begins. All in all, this eat less to lose weight tactic is exhausting. Quite literally though, when we restrict ourselves of the proper amount of food, our body is affected. We feel lethargic, our hearts slow down, our brain can't focus, the list goes on. I hope that you're starting to see this calorie-centric weight loss strategy for what it is, because for me, I hate seeing people waste their efforts in an honest attempt to get healthy.
It really grinds my gears.
But also, I understand that if you've seen some short-term success from counting calories, then you're probably turned off by the idea of giving up something that's worked for you. Consider this, before we even knew what a calorie was, 90+% of the population happily avoided obesity. I solemnly promise you that you can absolutely get the results you want without regarding a single calorie equation. But Mr. Johnny, if calories aren't sustainable, then what is? What am I supposed to do? The answer is regarding the hormones of the body, understanding and accepting that our weight is a dependent variable. The independent variable is what we do to and for our body. In other words, we can't directly shift our weight by just counting calories and endlessly stair-stepping. Can we just talk about stair-step? If that's not the most miserable, monotonous, boring, unproductive exercise there is, stop it. Don't go out like that. Don't go out stair-stepping. Don't go out stair-stepping. That whole system, all of that is just something we made up. The body will take care of the weight, but we have to take care of the body. One more example and I'm gonna let y'all go. Like somebody past that has been preaching for too long. We assume that we get hungry just because our stomach is empty, but no, there's a literal hormone called ghrelin that triggers and says, hey, you need more fuel, you should eat. And then on the opposite side of that, there's leptin that says, hey, you're full, stop eating. These are just two of the many hormones that influence our weight. And gosh darn it, if this was a podcast, I would keep going. But this is YouTube and only like 11% of y'all are still watching. Bottom line, look, if we aren't taught about the literal hormones that manage our weight, but instead told to measure calories, then we'll never achieve sustainable weight loss. The point of this episode and the few before it was to piece by piece knock down this whack weight loss infrastructure that's been so carefully built up.
His hair, whack. His gear, whack. His jewelry, whack. His footsteps, whack.
As always, there's more to come, and I look forward to learning with you. If that's okay if I can learn with you. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I gotta go. I got a Zoom class in like 2 minutes. I love you. Have a good life. Is it too early? I think it's too soon to say I love you. I'll bleep it out.